Hello.
Hi.
My name is Zora Mustafa, and professionally I'm a teacher, but I'm a retired one. I no longer teach in schools, and that's me. You know, many of us are living in such a life that we believe biography is equal our future, but in real sense it's not. Who you have been is the result of who you have been and what you have been doing in all those days of your life that you've been living your life. So you do have a chance to move yourself from where you are to where you want to be. Currently, we are living a life in which we are bombarded with a lot of information online to the point that we don't know how we can focus. I remember on the previous Mindset talk, one of the sponsors of this event was talking to us as a closing remark, and she said that the challenge of the youth of today is not that there is nothing to be done to improve their lives. It's because they don't know how to manage their time. That is the challenge. Who agrees with me? All of you agree with me. So you can wake up in the morning and you can say, okay, I just want to go online to see the headlines of today. And you can find yourself wasting 2 hours doing that. Then you just like, okay, I just have to make these few calls because you're in a business maybe. And then you waste another 3 hours just going around the list and thinking, who should I call today? So if the challenge is time management, what can you do daily? So today I'm going to share with you what I do daily to work on my craft, to improve myself daily, because I know I'm not a finished product. I'll be finished when I'm dead. So long as I'm alive, I do have a chance to improve myself, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you some tips that I use daily, and they're not. I won't be presenting everything that I do daily, because if we do that, you're gonna have to spend 24 hours with me, and we don't have that time, because I don't even have that time to share with you. But I'll give you the tips as to what I do from the minute I wake up to the time I go to sleep. Just few tips. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. Number one, I practice gratefulness. We are living in a negative world in which everyone is talking about unemployment, right? Then we have people talking about you can't do it. There are a lot of people who are just always throwing negativity to you. So if you're not practicing being grateful, you find yourself living just like other people the way they live, right? You're working at a job that you don't like, but you go daily. Your boss doesn't even say hello in the morning to you, and you're just there because you're not practicing gratefulness. So the first thing that I challenge myself to do daily is just to say, Alhamdulillah, I'm awake. That's Arabic, by the way. So you just say, thank you, God, I'm awake. Do you know how many people die in their sleep? And not just normal people, even millionaires die in their sleep. Successful people, those people you admire, they die in their sleep. Do you think they thought when they went to sleep that they won't wake up tomorrow? They didn't. And then you woke up effortlessly. You just woke up and you cannot even just say thank you. You have to wait for Sunday and Friday to go to the mosque. So I practice gratefulness every day in the morning, first thing in the morning. So previously I used to do gratefulness by saying Alhamdulillah and then be grateful for everything around me. I'm sure I shared with you in the other session. But right now, so that people can know that I am practicing gratefulness, I put it into writing, right? So I use Canvas, in which I wrote one thing that I'm grateful for that day. So I can even just write, I am thankful to be alive. But like yesterday I wrote about just waking up in shape and in good health is a great thing to be grateful for. I am blessed, and I posted it. And you have no idea how many people are just like, wow, you do that? So practice gratefulness, because no one can do that for you. And the second thing I do, I write affirmation. As I said before, we're living in a negative, very negative world. It can be your family, it can be yourself, because sometimes we're even thinking negatively ourselves. So I write affirmation about what? About what I would like to experience in my life. And the best way to write affirmation is not just to say what in the future tense. No, you have to write it as if it's happening right now. So daily I write affirmation. Even if this affirmation can be just 5, 10, 20, depending on the mood. You know, we all have these mood things, right? So whenever I wake up, I write my affirmations. So I'll write something like this. You can structure it to fit your life. So I just write it like this. I am so happy and grateful for the fact that I'm changing lives daily. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm a millionaire. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm the most powerful speaker in Africa. And some of you, at that time, you just focused about making your tea, your coffee, or whatever. Some of you have kids, so you wake up and you just have to go around and picking your kids and getting them ready to school. You're missing that me time. So affirmations to me is one of the things I do daily to work on myself, because I know I live in a negative world. I may not be listening to all these crazy music and negativity from other people, but sometimes you get into a bus and that's what's playing. So you're listening to that. You heard Mr. Ezron, he said about love sickness. So sometimes you even wonder, what's going on with this girl? She's always writing about love and she's always heartbroken. And you're listening to that and you wonder next day why your boyfriend is cheating on you. You've been attracting it. So write affirmations. And number 3, I do personal development. So personal development, I won't tell you exactly what to do, but I'll tell you what I do. I do personal development daily on 3 things. 1, I do personal development on speaking. Like I want to be the best speaker, right? So what should I do daily to groom myself as a better speaker? So I listen to the best speakers. Tony Robbins, you have to listen to him. Gary Vaynerchuk, if you don't like the way he's cussing, just find something else you can do. But the guy is great and he's an effective speaker. So you have to learn from others because you cannot know everything yourself, right? I also do personal development on sales and marketing because I'm a marketer myself. I'm marketing myself because I have a talent. You heard Martha saying about knowing your purpose. What's your talent? For me, I can speak. And that's one of the trouble I've been getting into with my family because I talk a lot. Sometimes they don't like it. She's always talking. But I never knew just talking can make someone earn a living out of it. There are people who are just being paid just to speak. Donald Trump, the current president of USA, demanded to be paid. I wouldn't say even it's the demand. It's because he knows his value. So he said you have to give me 1 million USD before I even come to speak to the people, and make sure there are not less than 500 people in the building. Some of you cannot even put a price on yourself. You just say, oh, I'll just come and talk. You just give me 10 minutes, I'll just be there. So you really need to learn from these people. So do personal development daily. I do personal development in those 3 things. Because why? First, I have to market myself, and I also have a business that I need to market to other people. So I have to learn from the best. Learn how to sell. Someone will say, I'm not a seller. But many people hate salespeople. Whenever you see someone coming here with something they want to sell to you, you hate them. But you know those are the most honored, I would say, and most paying industry is in sales. Who wants to disagree if Jesus was not a seller? Who agrees with me? Jesus was a seller.
I agree.
Everyone is selling. Even when you go for an interview, you're selling yourself. And the funny thing is that these days, they have the audacity to even ask for your full picture. Because who wants to work with an ugly person? They want to see someone. Okay, let's say I asked you to send me your full picture and you send me a picture of you are frowning. Who is going to employ you? So these days, if you're making your CV, you have to say you send your full picture. Yes. Yeah, most of you are shocked because graduates, Tanzanian graduates, if you ask them to produce a CV, I'll tell you this, the same CV format that I had when I first graduated 2013 with my first degree, is the same format my young sister sent it to me when I told her, send me your CV. Can you see the time span? More than 6 years have passed. In these 6 years, 2 of my brothers have 2 kids. So it means there are 4 kids born in these 6 years. But these graduates are still using the same CV format. These days, if you're sending your CV out without your picture, no one is going to call you. Because your name can look Precious. Oh, Precious Johnson. Wow, is this Johnson, Dwayne Johnson's son or whatever? And then they call you and you look like this. Who wants to work with you? So if you're not doing personal development daily, my friend, you'll find yourself copying CVs from long time ago, practicing, dressing up, looking like someone else because you have nothing to develop yourself. So practice personal development daily. And number 4, take action. There's a quote I came across this early in the morning that says, what's the difference between the man who can read and doesn't read, and the man who reads and does nothing with what he reads? Is there any difference there? No. Yeah. So if you read books and you don't practice what you read, I don't even want to tell you what's going to happen. You'll be going around the vicious cycle of learning, just like people go around in the vicious cycle of poverty. Unless an external force is being introduced to you. Yeah? Engineer and elewa. So take action daily. Whatever that you'll be doing personal development on, do it daily. I do a lot of videos. I present a lot of time that you can see me doing that. Because Tony Robbins said that you'll be rewarded in public for what you do in private. So whatever that you're doing in private, that is what you'll be rewarded for in public. Number 4, exercise. I'm not a gym person. I've never signed up for a gym. So don't be scared. I won't tell you to go to a gym because I don't go there. Seriously, I don't find myself working out and someone is looking at me. I don't find it funny. So I don't do exercise at the gym. I do yoga. For the month of January up to March, I used to follow this video on. I downloaded it from Brightside on YouTube. They have a lot of amazing video about home workouts and stuff. But since April started, I decided to go to yoga because it's one of the exercises that's so good for my blood group. So, and it's something I can do even at home. You know, there's this rainy season and stuff. You don't have to run outside. So I just say, okay, I'll start with yoga. And the good thing is that there's an application for anything that you'll be thinking about. So I started, I read a book about yoga, and then I was bored. I said, why? I want to do yoga. Why these people are not telling me what to do? So all of a sudden I was like, can't I just Google any app about yoga? So I found a certain girl, she's doing yoga apps, and she has yoga for flexibility, yoga for weight loss, yoga for maternity, yoga for anything. So if you like to do yoga, you can even start with those apps that she has on Play Store. So I went there and I downloaded the app called Yoga for Flexibility. So I can do some moves. Some of you won't even believe I can do them, but I do them because I'm doing yoga for flexibility daily. So you have to exercise. And why do you have to exercise? Because the first thing people will notice about you is your complexion. And that, girls, we are proud we can cover it with makeup. But people will notice if you're flexible, if you're a powerful speaker with your voice. Some people cannot even speak in front of people without a mic. And these people are not just normal people, sometimes they're successful people. But because they don't exercise, we don't get the powerful message out of them, and we end up just looking at them and say, ah, she is looking great in that dress. But you don't like what that person is saying. You don't like their voice, their tone. So in anything that you're going to be doing, because we agreed, all of us agreed that we're all selling ourselves daily, we're all marketing ourselves daily, so you have to exercise so that we can get that powerful message, we can get that powerful tone out of you. So exercise daily. If you have read a book called The Habits of Highly Successful People, you realize all the successful people are exercising. Either they're doing yoga, or either they are doing cardio, or they are going to the gym like Tony Robbins and others. They are all exercising. Do you think that's a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? It's not. So you have to exercise daily. So I exercise, I do yoga, but also I do voice training. Because I know I'll go to a place sometime, you know here I'm presenting without a mic, right? Yeah. But can you hear me? Yeah. Thank you. So sometimes you can even go to a football pitch and you have to present there. So if I've been practicing this talking without a mic, isn't that a benefit to me? Yes. But some people will say, watu ni wengi, nikiongea watanisikia, basi tunarudi. So I exercise daily because I know my voice is my business. My voice is my money. And it's the money in the bank in somebody else's. So if I don't work out daily, I won't get that money. And lastly, I'll just end there by concluding with this one, reflection. you have to reflect daily. So after I do all this, I reflect daily. I reflect about what I read. I reflect about what I've shared, because whenever I read, I try to share with some people. So if you're in my inner cycle like Zainab, you know what I share daily, and she's always like, "Wow!" So I know I've done something great. If she doesn't reply, so I know this is just another content that she just came across and it's not even that funny. So daily I do reflection. I reflect in different areas. First, I reflect on my health. How do I feel before I go to sleep? Some of you don't even reflect on your health. Halfan did a great thing here by sharing that Soma, the Fit Watch, right? Do you know there's the same, I think it's the same app, the same watch that you can even connect to your doctor. Like if you're going to have an heart attack, your doctor can even call you and alert you that, hey, stop panicking, you're going to have an heart attack. Do you know that? Yeah, so you have to get that watch. I don't have one myself, but I'll get it. I'm attracting it, so I'll get it. So reflect daily. So I reflect on my health. How do I feel after going through the day? Let me tell you, being as a positive person as I am, I still get bombarded with negativity. And I don't want to tell you that I'm living in a very colorful world that we don't face challenges daily. I face challenges daily. The same way you're facing your challenges, I do get a very great share of mine. But why am I not pitting myself? Because I reflect daily about my personal development, and I know that whatever I'm going through is mine. It's mine. I have to grow from it. Or either, I can learn from the past, or I can run from it. And you cannot run from your past. You can learn from it and nurture yourself so that you can become better. So daily you have to reflect on your health. You have to reflect on your level of growth. The personal development part. You have to reflect on the relationship. Daily, I start 5 relationships daily, not sexual relationship, okay? I start relationship, like a connection. I connect with people online and I have to start communicating with them daily. Do you do that? So at the end of the day, I have to ask myself, have I communicated with these people, or have I just wasted their time? So I reflect daily. If you're not doing reflection daily, always you'll find yourself, you're in the same position, maybe you'll have a different hairstyle, but you're in the same situation daily. So you have to do reflection daily. So these are the tips that I use daily, some of the tips that I use daily to grow myself as a person, because I know I'm a work in progress. I know that I'm not done because I'm still alive. So whatever I'm going through right now, I know it's for my own benefit. So I want to challenge you to create a daily routine that you can follow yourself, so that you can be able to work on yourself and nurture your skills and give the world what it is expecting out of you. Because if you don't give that to us, we're never going to get it. Thank you.